Yeah.
You want to like him, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. We straight gangsters over here.
Straight
man.
gangsters.
Ah.
Yeah.
Welcome to Scout Team After Dark.
Look at that guy over there. Is that Anthony Mack on the other line?
I had to do it. You asked, so I was like, I'm not going to do it. But then you asked, so I was like,
I thought you were going to do it.
I got to do it.
Man, you are listening to Scout Team After Dark.
After Dark.
That's right. We like to bring what we bring in the mornings, but bring it even better every Wednesday night, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. That's right. We are Scout Team After Dark. I am Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
And across from me is the Golden Ghost.
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm just here so I won't.
I like the Golden Ghost. Like, the Golden Mike is like my generic, but the Golden Ghost is like my ultra generic persona. It's like it brings the best out of me. I like the Golden Ghost, man. Like Sasha Fierce.
You know, we had to work through a couple bad nicknames, but we finally got some good ones.
We never worked through bad nicknames. That was the only one I've ever had.
The male aficionado.
No, that was never my nickname.
Well, it's not your nickname anymore because I have really great news for you.
What?
Today, Chris America is running late to the show because he had a banana hammock off and he had to participate in and judge at the same time. You know how it takes a lot of clout in the banana hammock community to be able to judge and participate in a banana hammock contest. So for Chris America, I have a new theme song for him.
And also, I heard that you have to shave your chest for those things. So I'm wondering.
I was wondering why he always shaved his
I'm
chest.
thinking he's kind of bald up there, man. I'm thinking. I've never seen. Wait, you seen his chest, Bear?
I went to the pool with him once.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, yeah, let's go hang out. The families are hanging out. And he had it was a weird diamond shaved into his chest hair. And I said, what is that for? He said, wink.
Wink.
And what? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Wait, he said wink?
He said the word wink and winked his eye at the same time.
Is the past tense of wink wonk?
He wonked me.
He wonked you?
That damn Chris America, he wonked me.
He wonked
and I don't even know what the word wonk means, but that shit does not sound good. It sounds like he's being a little over-aggressive with the wonking.
Wonked.
He wonked me. Oh,
Man.
I don't even like to say that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Oh. All right, man. Well, Anthony Mack, it's good to have you here. Golden Ghost, Loudbeard. We're doing it like we like to do every Wednesday night. You're listening to the Scout Team. You can always check us out Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. Also, if you missed one of our shows and you want to go back and listen to it, you can catch it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or our website, scoutteamradio.com.
Or you can say, don't miss our shows. Like, we just gave you the time.
Don't miss our shows.
Don't miss our shows, man. We're better.
Don't be that fool.
Don't be that guy. We're better live.
And guess what? We have a special guest in studio tonight.
Please
He's
do.
known as the Banana Hammock Motherfucker.
What do you want? Only one, my friend.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So Chris America is in studio, but he is getting himself all settled in. He's got to take a little potty break and get a little beer and
It's a beer, man. Just get it.
just grab whatever's cold, man.
Stop tripping, man.
Yeah,
He's
grab
such
a
a prima donna, bro.
Grapefruit shandy. Those are good.
He's such a prima donna. He's like, what beer is this?
Right now, I got an Electrify IPA, Wild Ride Brewing.
Yeah, your OBJ. Prima donna. He's got blonde tips, too.
Some people call him a tight end, but he's known as a wide receiver. But oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, we do have sound.
That's horrible.
Oh boy.
Why are we picking on Kawhi still, man?
Because this is why. There's one reason why and one reason only. I mean, that never gets old. We will never, ever let him live that laugh
We've
down.
heard weird laughs before. I want to say that's not the weirdest laugh I've ever heard.
It's the same
I'm
reason
just
they don't
saying.
let Jordan let it go his crying meme. it's just gonna last forever. You don't do that and don't get
Crying Jordan is gonna like
laughing
be around.
Kawhi and crying Jordan forever.
Yeah, they'll be around forever. I guess so. If that's what you're going with.
Our great grandkids will remember.
Oh
Crying
snap! Who is this? Real quick, we're gonna do his intro music once
Play it.
again. This is Chris America coming back from his Banana Hammock tour.
Yeah. You're the
All
guy.
right, welcome aboard, Chris America. Tell them who you are and what you're all about.
Yes, my name is Chiquita Banana. I was on a banana boat with a bunch of men with banana hammocks. We were on tour. We went past Fern Park, the FP,
Were you guys on the boat?
the
Why are you bringing Fern
FPP,
Park into
the
this?
FPP, Fern Park Posse.
Oh shoot!
Hey, you shut your face. If we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet.
I'm gonna try this Island Wit from South Carolina.
People don't know where Fern Park is, man. Just saying, bro.
That's true. And then I kind of
It's not on
stopped
the map.
with it because I don't want people to know where one of us lives.
Neither
I don't
one of
know
us
which
lives in
one.
Fern Park.
You kind of live in Fern Park.
I don't live in.
You
well,
basically
I
are
guess so.
guilt by association.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you can know where people. Yeah, they bring it, bro. I'm strapped.
With a banana hammock.
Oh,
Nah, with a golden gun.
what? What is that cannon?
That's actually really good.
He said it and immediately looked down because he knew what was happening next.
That Island Wit is
You
good.
like that?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
It's smooth.
It's nice.
It's a smooth operator. All right, guys. Well, it's good to be here on the radio. So we talk about sports every once in a while. And right now, I think the hot topic in the sporting world is this Jimmy Butler situation. I don't know if our listeners have had an opportunity to hear about this, but Jimmy Butler has been demanding a trade now for several weeks. And he's been missing out on all the team workouts and all the routines, all the practices. He finally shows up today for his first practice, and this is what this guy has to say. And we are going to give you the live feed or the live recording. I guess that's really an
Yeah,
oxymoron.
you can't say live feed.
Come
We
on,
don't have a
man.
live feed of Jimmy Butler.
Man,
We do?
it's alive.
What, did you sneak into his bathroom and, like, mic him up or something, bro?
Hold on, there's an ad.
All right, just give me the thumbs up when we're ready to go, because we're professional radio
Answer the
personnel.
question. Did you sneak in his bathroom and mic him up?
Do you? Maybe.
We cannot confirm or deny these claims.
Oh, man. Jimmy, check your towels, bro.
No, you're gonna love this. Have you?
Whatever you do not check your loofah. Don't check there.
God, I wouldn't.
Man,
wanna
this is
check
the longest
loofah.
ad ever. Doesn't it have a skip button?
No.
What the hell, man?
Dude,
It's
don't-
on the sports turd. What do you want?
Dude, don't tell
Dude,
him. Don't
why are
tell
you
him what we're
endorsing those
doing. Don't
dickheads?
tell him what we're doing.
Bunch of pussies.
Yeah. Whoa. This is off the dark.
Should people think because you are back in practice that this is fixed or it's on its way to being fixed?
I think people think that. I would think that too. It's not. It's not fixed. Let's just be honest. It's not fixed.
Is it fixable?
It could be. It could be. But do I think so? No. Because you got to be honest. I'm being honest. Do I think so? No. I'm being honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But is everybody going to be honest? No. No, everybody's not going to be honest. Like if you go and say, which one of y'all told what Jimmy said today in practice? Everybody, no, I don't know. You ain't be honest. I don't care. There ain't nothing we can do about it now, but be honest. That's it. I just want everybody to be happy. I want to win. I'm sorry if I go about it the wrong way. I really do apologize.
You were back in practice.
All right, so Jimmy comes back to practice, but he says that does not mean that everything's fixed and everything's honky-dory.
What does he want?
So
He wants out. He just said it at the end. He said, I want to win championships, and I'm sorry that I'm going about it the wrong way that you think I should be going about it. He basically saying, I can't win championships with the team I'm at, so send me to a team that I can win championships at.
So where does he want to go?
well, he had the list. I think Miami's on the list. New
Hold
York
up. You can't
Knicks.
say I want to win championships and Miami and New York Knicks pop up.
Well, you do have Patrick Riley over there. Pat Riley. I said Patrick, but Pat Riley over there.
Pat
He's
playing-
a winner, man.
Pat's going
How
50
many-
a night.
Where do you think you can get more players to sign with you in Minneapolis, Minnesota, or Miami, South Beach, Florida?
Why not team up with LeBron, who needs the help right now?
That's a good question.
I'm just saying.
No, that's a good question.
Okay, so name the other teams on that list that he wants to go to.
The Clippers, I think, was the other one,
You
right?
gotta be kidding me.
So-
Get out of here.
I also saw a story that the Rockets are really interested in Jimmy Butler, but the asking price of Minnesota is too high, and they're not wanting to give up all their assets to get Jimmy Butler. Now, if Jimmy Butler's probably thinking, damn, if I can get to the Rockets, we have a chance. So maybe he's creating some stir, thinking maybe I can get my value down a little bit and end up doing one of these let's make this trade happen type of moves. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit more background here on Jimmy Butler. That was kind of his interview after the practice. So he comes in and he practices, and they put him on a scrimmage with all the backups. I mean, these are guys that you have never heard of. Wow. And he's going up against Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins and all the starters. And he goes out there, him and these backups that you've never heard of, they beat the starters by 20 points. He looks over at the GM, and he says, "You fucking need me, Scott. You can't win without me."
That's pretty.
At the practice.
Hey,
this
if
is
you can
true story.
If you can back it up, do it. Hey, I don't have a problem with that. Have you seen our president? I went too far. I'm just saying, if you can back it up,
Oh, boy.
if you can back it up, say what you feel. Get it done.
Well, I mean, to me, that's completely unprofessional on Minnesota's part. You're going to put him on a team with what is the point of that? What is the point of they're like, "Oh, we'll show you who's boss."
That's exactly the thing. They wanted to embarrass
What kind of
him.
mentality is that?
Yeah, they wanted to embarrass him, and
then they ended up blowing up in their face.
So yeah, if I was Jimmy Butler, I would get over there and say the same thing. Probably even worse. You got to be cocky with it, man. You got to know your worth.
Yeah.
So
he after he finishes the starters off, him and all these into the bench players, he just marches out of the gym like, "Peace, I'm done. Eat that." They say that all the players in the gym were just like speechless. Like, did Jimmy Butler just show us all up and then just walk out like he's like biggest diva in the world?
like Rick James.
He was on a mission to go in there and show Minnesota that he's not messing around. They need to trade him. They need to show him some respect. He is done. And he wanted to go in there and say, "Hey, look, I am that good, and you guys screwed around with me, and I'm over you."
Well, let's hear how Butler explains how passion and honesty took over in practice.
Read a little bit of Adrian Wojnarowski's report on what happened there, that you were loud, emotional, passionate, we like to say, targeting Coach Tom Thibodeau, teammates like Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins, that you told GM Scott Layton, quote, "You effing need me." How would you describe what happened today?
A lot of it is true. A lot of it is true. But you got to think, I haven't played basketball in so long, and I'm so passionate, and I love the game, and I don't do it for any other reason except for to compete and go up against the best to try to prove that I can hang. So all my emotion came out at one time. Was it the right way to do it? No. But I can't control that when I'm out there competing. Like, that's my love of the game. That's raw me at my finest, me at my purest. That's what you're going to get inside the lines. And
I was going to say, is it not the right way for it to come out? Do you think it was the wrong thing to do, or was
No.
it an okay thing to do?
I think that I was honest. Was I brutally honest? Yes. But I think that that's the problem. Everybody's so scared to be honest with one another. If you didn't like the way that I handled myself in practice, one of the players come up to me. Somebody say something. Anybody. I'm not going to take it offense. It's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, you're probably right. I would have said, I ain't hooped in I don't know how long. I mean, I'm passionate about it. I love the game, and I love to win. And that's all I was out there doing, was competing, playing hard, doing what I'm supposed to do on the basketball floor.
Oh, he hasn't hooped in a while. You know, he was out back in his yard. Okay. He's probably got a whole indoor court at his house playing yesterday.
Of course. You know what I'm going to say? And
no, I don't. I don't know what you're going to say.
I wish LeBron stayed in Cleveland. And hear me out. Can you imagine LeBron, Jimmy Butler, whoever else they can get over, and Baker Mayfield, all
coming off the bench, Baker Mayfield coming up, that would be hot.
Dude, no, I'm just saying.
Baker Mayfield doing like suck it signs to
saying,
Golden State.
Cleveland would be the hottest.
Oh yeah,
city.
the Cavs need to bring on Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel all on the Cavs
Baker
bench.
Mayfield will come out and give you 6 solid fouls or at least 2 technicals.
Listen to me, fools. I'm just saying Cleveland would be the hottest city in the world.
It
right
already
now.
is. Yeah, right behind Orlando.
Not really, man.
Yeah.
I just want to. I want to see LeBron win a couple more. Somebody with this much passion and truthfulness I think LeBron needs that. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't understand why nobody want to go play with him. Jimmy Butler, straighten up, man. You would be perfect for LeBron right now. Perfect. Get rid of Lonzo.
I don't know.
Ball
He
if you
said
want
he
to.
doesn't want to go to the Lakers. He wants the Clippers.
Nobody wants to go to the Lakers.
except LeBron.
He sucks now.
I mean, maybe he's looking to be the centerpiece of a super team. He
Well,
doesn't want to
that
be.
doesn't happen.
He doesn't want to be Robin. He wants to be Batman.
Well, he's actually Nightshade, Nightwing, or whatever. But
You
still,
know, I think the biggest problem in Minnesota is he was the number one guy. He was the Batman.
Yeah.
But his Robins were garbage.
We're garbage, yeah.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns, number one pick in the draft, was supposed to be this great player. He ended up being more like Kevin Love than an actual like superstar, right? And we've all been dissing on Kevin Love for a couple years
For
now
years.
because Kevin Love hasn't really performed how we thought he could in Cleveland. He was a little bit of a disappointment, and I think that's
A
what
little bit?
I think that's what Jimmy Butler is realizing now in Minnesota is that, man, this guy is just not what he thought he was. And same thing with Andrew Wiggins. You got 2 number 1 draft picks that should be superstars in the league, and these guys, they struggle with effort, they struggle with hustle, they struggle with work ethic, and all of these things are things that Jimmy Butler appreciates and loves. And he's like, I'm tired of playing with these assholes. I want to go play with some real players. And he's trying to get to another team. Now, the teams that he's picking
don't have real players on them.
They don't make as much sense.
That's the only thing that bothers me about it. Like that interview, him saying, you effing need me to the coach and the GM, I get it. Those are hey, look, to me, those are superstar qualities. You want to win. That's passion coming out. Now, you say you want to go to Miami or LA Clippers, then I got a question like, wait, the interview was fine, but why Miami? Why LA Clippers? There's nobody in either one of those cities. Nobody.
Hey, have you ever been to Miami? Got a nice nightlife? I think Jimmy Butler, after hanging out in Minnesota for a couple years, might be like, hey, man, I just want South Beach. I want the women, and I
didn't
want
say that.
the clubs,
Didn't say
and
that. Don't
I
say
want to
you
be able
wanna
to
win
play.
championships.
Because, again, how many teams have even remotely come close in Minnesota to winning a championship?
I can't say
Garnett had a decent run.
I think he got the second round of the playoffs one year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's about it.
That was good.
And I'm saying not that LA Clippers have, but it's still LA. Like we've seen the Lakers do it. I really feel like it's poor management why the Clippers can't put it all
So
together.
then why would I like? That's just
Just
Well, I'm
think of
just
the
talking
cities.
about historically.
It's more about the cities, though. L.A., New York, Miami. These are like big-time cities.
These are if I'm
Orlando.
losing, I can go out and do something to take my mind off of
Is
it.
Orlando one of those cities?
No. Unfortunately,
Which you
Orlando
should
is
come.
not
I
a
mean,
big-time city.
I mean, Church Street is popping.
Right
Woo!
now, it's coming back. It's
Getting
coming
hot.
back. Yeah. Come to Orlando, Jimmy. We'll hang out with you. We'll follow you around.
Right.
We'll be your voice. You don't have to say you fucking need me to the GM. We'll say it.
I will,
For a price.
man. What's his name? What is that? Alex Martins. I will definitely say that to his face.
Didn't Rich DeVos die or something?
Yeah, he passed away.
Too soon.
But he wasn't. He kind of
Like, it
became
was
more
recently,
like a.
right?
He became more of like a. Hey, I own the team, but I don't do anything with them.
Wasn't that always the case?
I think like maybe 10, 15 years ago, he probably gave it away because he was old, man. He was like in his 80s.
Yeah, he was old.
Now, do you like what Jimmy Butler's doing, or do you hate it? Like, what is your take? I'm trying to sense. You're trying to figure him out, but I can't tell whether you like this or not.
Well, like I said, I like the way that he's handling himself. I get it. You know, it's not the most professional thing to do. But when people aren't listening to you, sometimes you got to go to the gutter with them. Listen to me. This is what I want. This is what you're going to do for me. Otherwise, this is what's going to happen. So I don't have a problem with him doing that. I absolutely don't have a problem with it explaining that interview. That interview was nice. I mean, he laid it all out for people. When people do stuff and then don't lay it out, that's why I have a problem with. Everything in that aspect is fine. But don't say you want to go win championships and then say garbage cities, garbage teams like you've just said. There has to be another reason. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to go and enjoy the nightlife, hell, say
Well,
it.
I mean, with like the New York Knicks, they have what's his name, the unicorn, Porzingis.
Yeah.
So
There's no unicorn.
But if you have
That's
Jimmy
his
Butler,
nickname.
Porzingis, you're now one superstar away from being a contender in the East.
Porzingis is not going to do what he did last year.
He's hurt too. I don't know when he's
Exactly.
coming back.
He's not going to do what he did last year.
I'm telling you.
But
Butler
would you
needs to
rather
get to
be
the
a
Rockets,
teammate with
man.
Karl Anthony Towns or Porzingis?
It's a tough decision.
All right, so I have a question for you. Karl Anthony Towns or Porzingis?
Didn't I just say that
Who's
was
your
a tough-
daddy?
Didn't I just
Which
say
one's
that
your
was a tough-
daddy?
Yeah, neither one. Neither
All right,
one.
Oprah or Serena?
Who's your daddy?
You can't do that to me, man. You can't put me on the spot like that. Look, they're both
Come
listening.
on.
They're both listening
Don't-
right now, so I can't
don't-
say that. No,
don't be
I'm not-
bitching about
I'm
this.
not making a choice. No.
All right.
Sometimes I
can't
think
make.
that's more dangerous than making a choice because
It
now
could-
you're
it
gonna
could
piss
be.
both of them off.
It could be, but I'm
With
gonna
one,
play
if
this
you
card.
give an answer, you're gonna piss one off. If you don't give an answer, now they're both
You-
gonna be
you
mad.
pissed
Like,
both of them
I
off.
can sweet talk both of them. No, I'm good. So don't worry about
Okay.
this. I got this.
All right, Chris.
I'm taking both. I'm
I'm going to
selfish.
switch it to Chris on this one. Chris America, Patrick Mahomes or Tim Tebow?
Who's your daddy?
you always gotta go with your first love. Timothy,
Oh,
Richard,
you
Tebow.
suck.
Oh,
60% of the time, it works
Wow.
every time.
Tim
Yeah.
Tebow
You always
and
go.
Mahomes?
You always go with your first love.
What?
That's what she said.
What are you talking?
Patrick Mahomes can't hit no home runs.
that's true. I mean, being a superstar in two different sports.
That's what you
I mean,
can
basically
circle
a
out.
Patrick
living
Mahomes
legend.
didn't win the Florida Gators 2 national championships.
No, he did not. He's only won 5 games for the
Wow.
Chiefs. That's it.
All right.
Starting quarterback, he's only won 5 games. That's it.
That's
All right,
it.
cool.
His
Cool.
entire
I mean, he
career.
didn't even win a Big 12 championship.
None. Zero.
wrong.
Zilch.
I hear you.
Nada.
I mean, he's still gonna be a future Hall of Famer, but come on,
All right.
this isn't even fair.
All right. All right. Hey, another NBA little story here that we'll get into. This happened a few days ago, but Steve Kerr, he's coaching on the for the preseason. He ends up getting into it with one of the refs. He gets thrown out, and he says, "I don't want to be here anyway."
What does that mean?
So that's what I was going to ask
What
you.
does it mean?
So if you're a coach and your team is basically 5 of the best players in the NBA, and you've won
7. He's got like 7.
Okay, 7 of the best players in the NBA, and you keep winning championships. You only have one blip on the radar over the last 4 years, and that was LeBron carrying Kyrie on his back to win that one championship.
Okay.
What?
He did.
what-
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
No.
did.
yes, he did. Thank you,
LeBron
Thank you,
was
Anthony.
carried by Kyrie.
No, he
30
didn't.
points.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
So how come he didn't come back this time down 3-0?
How come Boston didn't beat?
Because he was injured. He was
Oh,
out.
that was
Hey, that's a
only-
hot
gone.
take, Chris America.
Whatever.
An idiot sandwich.
LeBron ain't coming back without Kyrie's 30 points.
Whatever, man.
LeBron ain't coming back without Kyrie's 30 points, period.
Look, Kyrie's not winning one without
Kyrie,
LeBron.
that's fine. And LeBron wasn't winning one in Cleveland without Kyrie.
Yes, he was.
It's a symbiotic
We've seen
relationship.
him will a sorry team to the championship. Whatever.
Okay, so he would have done it without his 30
He
points.
would have willed. He
He would have willed.
Would have willed.
Who would have willed to 30 points?
Okay, so LeBron was
Whoever
like
was
Michael
the best
Jordan, and
Kyrie was Scottie Pippen.
I was thinking he was
Yeah.
more like Craig Hodges.
I don't think either Scottie Pippen
Armstrong.
or Craig Hodges
PJ
average.
It's B.J. Armstrong.
I don't think any of these
he
guys
was the point guard. He
average-
could run the
BJ
floor.
alone, man.
I don't think either any of these guys average.
Man, I don't want to
30
put down
points in the
BJ like
finals.
that.
Yeah, don't put BJ down like that, man. Look, dude.
That's Steve Kerr.
Whatever, dude. LeBron willed that team to the championship. He would have got it done without Kyrie.
Okay.
So Steve Kerr says
Get
this.
out
I don't
of
even want to be here
Get
anyway.
What does it mean?
If you're the coach and you have to go out and play these pointless preseason games when you know you're just going to run the table throughout the league, are you like, I could be out having dinner with my wife or my mistress right
mean-
now. Why the hell am I here? Get
my
me out.
mistress of a mistress.
Didn't he
Yeah.
prove that he could not be there and they would still win 27 games in a row?
Didn't
Yeah.
they beat the crap out of him? Like that game that he left, and didn't they still win or something like that?
Yes, they won like 27 or 28
They-
straight.
Yeah, that was Luke Walton, who went to L.A.
They
Now
said,
he's
"Oh,
talking
Luke
about-
Walton's a great coach. Let's hire him."
Yeah. And really, it was just a team with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and
I
Draymond
seriously
Green
could be
and
the
Klay
Golden
Thompson.
State's NBA coach. Like,
I could
just
go
let me
coach.
know when I need to call timeouts, and then I can just sit there with the clipboard and be like, "All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do.
I wouldn't even do that.
You're gonna move the ball around until one of you gets open, and then you're gonna shoot."
Screw that. I'm going to be the get back guy. Like when they
I
hit a
would so
three,
love to be a
I'm like the
get
get
back
back guy.
coach. Hey.
Get back.
Coach
Get back.
Smallin, hit me up. I want to be the get back
back
coach.
guy.
I just sit on the sideline with a bowl of blue M&Ms and enjoy myself, dude. I wouldn't. How do you coach a team like that? Just
Hey,
let it happen.
Sometimes he calls those little blue pills blue M&Ms.
Is that what he does?
you take like 20 of them.
Every time I pop one in. All right, wait, one more. That's what she said.
Damn, the blue pill still give you that sound? You need work, my friend.
Shit. That's after 7 tries.
Something's wrong with
Have we not hit a Kyrie laugh yet? There we go. Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Okay. Then we had several playing while you were getting your beer.
Yeah, I don't know why he would say that, but I think he has to explain it. Like, I don't want to be here anyway. What does that mean, bro? Like,
The same reason why Nick Saban was mad students didn't show up. Nick Saban's really what he really wanted to say is, if I have to be here, you have to be here. And it's the same thing. Like, no coach wants to be there. Like, why do I want to coach a preseason basketball game? I barely do anything during the regular season. Now you want me to do something during the preseason?
I don't know.
Just be there for me. Just be there.
Steve Kerr, he's got 8. The number grows every second. He has 8 All-Stars on that team, I guess.
18. It's 18.
It's 18.
18
Yeah.
now.
It's 18.
All right.
He has 18 All-Stars on a roster of 14 players.
I don't know how we got so NBA heavy, but shit, I got one more.
I mean,
NBA
it's right around the
story.
corner,
We're gonna
man.
do it, man.
NBA corners. NBA season's like what?
So
a few days.
When you have like 8 or 9 days left until the season starts, the best thing to do is fire your GM.
Yes.
The Phoenix Suns are like, we're a great organization. We've done so many great things over the past few years. People want to mimic what we're doing because it's so great that we decided just to fire our GM. And now they're looking at James Jones as possibly being the replacement GM. Now, James Jones, he had to carry LeBron James through those Miami Heat championships.
True.
There wasn't a Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh or LeBron James.
Or an Eric Spoelstra.
James Jones was the superstar on this team. So I just think it's crazy that these guys coming. I mean, he basically retired, 2, maybe 3 years ago, and he's already getting looks at for GM. It's crazy to me when these guys just get an automatic bid to jump in that spotlight. And other guys like Hall of Famer Patrick Ewing had to be an assistant coach for 17
Dwight
years
Howard.
for Dwight Howard, and then finally gets his shot with Georgetown.
Can you imagine being Dwight Howard's coach for that long? Like, you're one of the greatest centers of all time, and you got to deal with Dwight Howard.
Hey, think about this, though. The only years that Dwight Howard was good
was when he had him as his
when
coach.
he had Patrick Ewing as a coach. He knows how to coach big men. I mean, he's legendary.
I guess.
Pat Ewing.
The league was a lot different back then.
Still is different. Keeps getting different.
Hey, but
Wait,
do you
I
think,
swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
do you think that the owner went down to practice and saw all the players on the court and said, "This is what you've assembled for me? This is what I'm paying you to do? You're out of here."
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough break.
Because you can sometimes go to a team's practice and you just know this is not good. This is not going to end well for us.
So did he do a reverse Jimmy Butler? He's like, you fucking need me.
Yeah.
And he points at the entire team. You fucking need me. And they're all sitting there like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then the GM just storms out, and they're like, yeah, we fired him.
I mean,
He's
I
like,
don't
"No,
know
no,
what their
I
budget
quit."
is, but you got to imagine the owner spending over $100 million on
Yeah,
players, and
of
then he
course.
gets down. He said, "This is what I'm spending my $100 million. This is what you spent my $100 million on. Like, time for you to go."
That guy is in a wheelchair. Like, what is this? This is like that LeBron.
What is Bill Cartwright doing here?
Cartwright, dude.
It's like that Cavs parody that the Saturday Night Live did, and the one girl's like, "I smoke a 6-pack every day before practice." No, like other dude's like, "I got 6 fouls and 0 points." That's the Suns, but those guys are all trying.
Yeah.
They're trying hard.
They're trying hard.
One last little
Phoenix.
NBA nugget before we move on to our next video, as Chris America's queuing up the old. No,
He's
you don't
not
have the
queuing up
video.
anything.
Damn, I thought we were doing the.
Just looking up a story, man.
No, I thought we were doing the one dudes.
Oh, you want to do the one dude, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to
The
save that
one
for later?
dude. What a one dude.
Oh, you want to save it for later?
I didn't know if we were going to jump in because you talked about the Suns, and I know Jamal Charles was on the Suns, and they're like, what the hell is this guy doing here? So they kicked him off, and now he's on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh. What?
Jamal Charles was signed by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You kidding me?
No.
When was he on the Suns?
It was a joke.
Yeah,
What
okay.
the hell is he talking about? Chris Bosh wants to come back again for the 15th time.
For what?
He said he'll make his decision by All-Star break of whether or not he can come back or not.
Where is he at now?
Who?
Chris Bosh.
Retired?
Probably like in his mansion in South Beach.
So he wants to come back by All-Star break.
Well, no. He said he wants to make his decision on whether or not he's going to be able to come back by the All-Star break.
What injury he got?
He's got blood clots.
Blood clot, bumper clot. Gotcha.
Serious business. The blood
That's
clots.
serious. I'm sorry.
Man, don't be messing around, man.
Won't be, I'm sorry.
This is not funny.
Let's get solid. I'm not gonna laugh.
I'm not gonna say anything else. That's all I have to say. I'm done. Go ahead, Anthony Mack.
I'm not gonna laugh. That's a serious health condition.
It's impeccable how your laugh sounds exactly like Kawhi Leonard.
My finger's stuck on the button. It keeps pushing it. I don't know.
Jackrabbits.
So what does this mean for Leonard Fournette if they're signing Jamal Charles?
It means that the Suns suck. Oh, I have a whole nother page of notes from this morning that I never went over because all we did was talk about MMA for a while.
Well, that's kind of why I didn't want to jump right into it because we talked heavy MMA.
Who
today.
cares, man?
Yeah, we did good.
Whatever. We'll go later in the show. We're going to break out the press conference because you've been hyping it up all week long, and I'm ready for it.
I mean, listen, the only way to go is down from after this video. So I don't want to, shoot our load so early.
That's what she said.
The look on Anthony's face.
We're not collectively shooting any load together.
All right, so let's talk about the Jags signing Jamal Charles. It means that Leonard Fournette probably will not be back anytime soon. He had a hamstring injury. He came back too soon. He re-injured it. I think he's out at least 6 to 8 weeks. They want to take it slow. They want to have a complimentary back. And they have T.J. Yeldon, and they like T.J. Yeldon, but they know that they need some depth in that lineup. And I think Jamal Charles is more of a depth pick. I don't think he's going to be the starter. I think it's still Yeldon's business, and Yeldon's going to take that over. And I think it's a good pickup, just bringing in some guys. He's a veteran. He has some speed still. He has some maneuverability. He's able to avoid big hits. Let's see what he does, and let's give him a shot. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars move on this one.
So what's going on with Leonard Fournette is exactly why I thought he was too high of a pick 2 years ago.
Ooh.
Because homeboy was injury prone at LSU. I remember
go with injury prone after 2 years of being healthy, though.
I'm going to go injury prone after 6 years of football of him just constantly getting injured.
Yeah, but he's been healthy, though. Like,
has he really?
For 2 solid years at least, right?
No.
He wasn't hurt the year before.
He got dinged up a couple of times last year.
Yeah, he was hurt last year,
Okay,
and now he's hurt this year.
He sat out a couple of games.
So it's 2 years in the pros. He's had a bunch of
games.
Missing 5. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Missing 2 games. That's not a lot for a
Listen,
running back.
the best ability is availability, and if you ain't on the field, I got no use for you.
Hey, check that on the fact machine. See how many games he missed last year. I feel like it was more than 2. And by the way,
Charles is 31 years old. That's not
too old.
That's not too old.
He's still playing.
I mean, that's like 66.
Adrian Peterson's like 34, and he's running over.
Yeah,
dude.
but he's like an angel. He's the Black Captain America.
He's a little different.
He took that super soldier serum.
Yeah. So Jamal Charles, I want to say he got ended by an injury though, right?
You can call him Jimmy Chuck.
Jimmy Chuck. He got ended by an injury though, right?
Yeah, he had some knee injuries, I think, a few years back.
Yeah, he's been out.
He came back with the Broncos, I believe, last year, maybe the year before. He had a decent season. It just, once these guys kind of get over the hill and they aren't as effective, they become expendable for teams because you pick up so many young running backs in the draft that some of these guys, they're a little bit more expensive because they're veterans and they've had a little bit more wear on their bodies and they've lost a step. So you can pick up a 4th, 5th, 6th round running back and take a chance on them. And a lot of times these guys end up panning out where instead of paying Jamal Charles $3 to $4 million a year, you can pay one of these guys league minimum, $750,000, and it's a better deal and you get him on a rookie contract. So
wait, Jamal Charles he played 14 games, but he only had 16 attempts for 296 yards last year.
It sounds like a good average.
296 yards?
On 16 attempts?
Oh, no, 69 attempts, man.
Oh, yeah, that's not that good.
Yeah.
I thought you said 16. I was like, damn.
No.
It's like 30 a rush. Yeah, I mean, he's not the answer for the Jags as far as, we just signed the greatest running back of all time.
How much they signed him for?
I'm sure it was the league minimum.
All right. I guess
And
so.
because he signed after the year starts, I don't think it's guaranteed. I think it's like a week-to-week type contract, I'm sure. Or maybe it's just guaranteed throughout the year and you only have to pay the remainder games. So either way, it's a good pick for the Jags, but it's not going to be anything splashy. We only recognize him because of his name.
Yeah.
He was a big-time fantasy football superstar for many years, so everybody knows him. He's kind of a household name in the fantasy circles.
So you're talking about Jamal Charles being expendable. He was actually up to be on Expendables 20. That was coming out soon, but straight to DVD. But since he got signed by the Jaguars, he won't be doing
Oh, they
that.
cut him because Conor McGregor was available.
Him and Ronda Rousey.
And on Fournette's injury history, he missed 2 games last year, and he missed 6 games his senior season. So that's a total of 8 games in 2 years, and now he's looking at 5 to
so wait,
6.
in 2017 he missed.
He
So
missed
last
2
year
games
he only
last
missed
year.
two
And
games.
the year before that he missed 6.
6 was at college.
And now he's looking at 6 to 8 games again.
College.
I want to say 2 games isn't bad, man.
I mean, it's not, but when it's sandwiched in between 2 6-week to 8-week injuries, it is bad.
At 2 a year would not be bad for a running back.
No.
But we're looking at that compounding with what he's missing this year
And the year prior.
Yeah, it's becoming a little much, and that was a little bit of the challenge with drafting him so high. Now he's been effective when he's in the games. Last year he had a great year. This year, because of his injuries, he really hasn't been able to show that much. And you know, I actually like what TJ Yeldon's doing. He's more of the prototypical running back that the league has transformed into. The league wants that pass-catching running back. Right now, these pass-catching running backs are what rules. The Kareem Hunts, the Dalvin Cooks, these guys are coming out and being successful, even though Dalvin's not really recovered from his injury. A guy like TJ Yeldon is perfect for what these teams need. And Blake Bortles, he needs an outlet pass. He needs a safety valve. He needs a boost. He also needs an offensive line.
He needs a lot.
Yeah?
Ugly thrown balls.
Man.
I'm saying, man. He's not.
Your Honor, it was unbelievable. You understand?
I'm just saying.
I think all your hate for Blake Bortles all stems from your hate for Tim Tebow. Chris America is a big Florida Gators fan, and Tim Tebow's his favorite player. I'm a big UCF fan, and Blake Bortles is my favorite player. So all of a sudden, you hate both Tim Tebow and Blake Bortles, and Loudbeard and Chris America. You just hate everything about us. I see how it's going, Anthony
I
Mack.
don't see how you draw that. Like, your line was all squiggly and circly and zigzag. It makes no sense.
They call me Hurricane Loudbeard. I'm coming in hot.
on,
You see all those. They call it the spaghetti chart. By the way, there's a hurricane going on in
Something's wrong
Florida
with
right
this
now.
guy.
We're based
don't you
out,
do it.
We're based out of Florida.
Don't you do it.
No.
Don't you do it.
Bro, you're worried about all the people that are going to be
I will
having
break
hurricane
you.
parties?
No.
All the people that are going to be getting drunk?
The Miami hurricane parties? Are we
Dude, I
talking
swear to God, I'll break it over your head. Don't do it. Jack Rabbit. Say something. I'll throw it across the room. I'll do it.
Hurricane Michael is a very serious issue. It landed on Mexico Beach, which I did not realize was a city in Florida. I actually had to look it up. I thought Mexico Beach was in Mexico. I was sadly mistaken. Mexico Beach is actually a city in Florida where the hurricane landed. Mass destruction. Though when I looked on Twitter, every tweet about the hurricane had the same exact video. It was like somebody in like a hotel room looking down, and you could see carnage. But I couldn't find any other videos. It was all the same video.
This thing's already in Georgia.
Yeah, it's already passed. Mexico.
That's a fast-moving storm.
Mexico City Beach, Florida.
Mexico City Beach, Florida.
Bro, we got to make a trip there. I don't know what's there.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what's there.
Where
but
are we
gotta
going to
go.
stay? In like a teepee under all the like
No,
wreckage?
They don't stay in teepees. They stay in temples.
Temples?
Yeah.
What kind of people live in Mexico? It's like Aztecs?
Aztecs and shit, bro.
No, I think it was Incas.
Aztec and Incas, whatever. My
Se-
people.
it's definitely not Seminoles.
I'm like, you asshole. Didn't I tell you I'll break it across your head?
They run away when the hurricane comes.
I swear to God, man. One freaking point. You
So,
man.
But Tallahassee, the Seminoles, they had to get evacuated.
Everybody evacuated.
Everybody left except 2 people. 2 people playing for the Seminole football team stayed because their family lived in Tallahassee. Everybody else left.
Why didn't they go practice at the IMG Sports Academy again? I don't
Down
understand.
in Bradenton?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They practiced there this past summer.
They probably wanted to make sure they were safe with their families. I think that's a cool move. I mean, I'm not knocking the Seminoles for that.
I bet
It's
you
just
that
everything
hurt.
else they do.
I bet you that hurt their recruiting because they saw Francois getting beat up in practice, and all the quarterbacks at IMG were like, "I ain't going there."
Taggart's a friend of IMG. I've been on that campus plenty of times.
How nice is it?
It ain't a high school campus.
No.
You know, they build themselves as a high school.
Oh, of course they have to in order so they could play high school.
But brother, it is a top-notch college facility.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome there, man. They have a jumbotron, man. Seriously, it's
And
nice down there.
They're definitely not making any money off of the high school kids that play for them.
That's why they're building like I think they bought like 20 more acres and expanding the school. Yeah, they're not making money.
all for the good of the people.
All for the good of the people down in Bradenton. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got to do it for the people.
Yeah. Property value around there is skyrocketed. Gotcha.
Property everywhere in Florida has skyrocketed, except Mexico City Beach.
That's wrong.
That's a good
so
dive.
wrong.
Sorry.
Hey,
Well,
is that my mom's UCF shirt?
What?
No, this isn't your mom. Oh, you know what?
You still
when
have
when
it,
he
don't you?
slept
I
over
still
last
have it.
night,
Okay. She was asking
he
about
wore it
that.
home.
Oh,
Walk of shame.
That's all right. Moms need
Hey,
loving
did
too.
you show her the helicopter?
If you want to press a chick, do the helicopter chick.
Oh man, I get that to you. I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, well,
I don't want
Chris's
to-
mom. Chris America's mom.
Chris's mom.
Mom,
She's got it going on. Why the fuck do I know that song?
Mom America.
Because you're the whitest person on the
dude.
show.
Dude,
White dude alert.
freaking working at Publix, man.
No.
Dude, that's working at Publix,
Nope.
man. There's
No.
no way.
I'm trying to see if I have an
I
alarm.
don't
You
have,
have a-
I don't have that song in my car, bro.
Most people have burner phones so they can get extra girlfriends or they can get drugs. The man with the golden mic has a burner phone so he can listen to white people music.
Seven Mary 3.
Good Charlotte. One Direction.
Yes, he's got several One Direction songs.
He's a huge Limp Bizkit fan.
Ooh,
I
Fred
don't even
Durst.
know.
I heard
Yeah,
you went to
I'm
the
definitely
Fred
not
Durst
that
concert the other
Look,
night.
you know what's funny
He's
though?
all about the nookie.
Yeah.
So you can take that cookie.
You know what's funny?
Stick it up your
So my iTunes is hooked up from my computer from
right,
years
right.
ago.
white people music.
And you remember that song from Spider-Man back in the day? The hero was
Spider-Man?
Dude, that
Spider-Man.
popped up on the
Radioactive.
Bluetooth the other day. I was driving.
Who sang that?
And they said a hero will save
Oh, was that
us.
Nickelback?
Is that Nickel? You have
Dude,
Nickelback?
it's on my iTunes.
That is Nickelback.
It's on my iTunes. I'm like, how did this get here? Why
Oh
is
my
this
God.
on my iTunes?
Anthony Mack.
I have
want to hear your excuses.
That is the worst thing I've ever
I
heard in
have
my life.
no idea how that got on my iTunes.
I wanna-
None whatsoever.
Can-
I'm like, dude, what is this?
Can you have your wife call in because we want to make sure that she knows that her husband has no balls? Just want to let her know on the air that you were maimed by the Nickelback maiming
I got 3
machine.
kids. I got plenty of balls. Plenty of balls. Just saying. But I don't know how that song got on my iTunes. I really don't. dude. I seriously
Hey,
have
that's
no
like-
idea.
Your wife walked in on you listening to Nickelback and you're like, I swear, baby, it's not what it looks like.
It's porn. It's porn.
And
I
she's
swear
like,
it's porn.
She's like, why
It's
couldn't
not
you
Nickelback."
cheat on me like a normal person?
Dude, I have no idea. None at all.
He's like, I swear I was watching porn. She's like, no, it's goddamn Nickelback, you
Dude.
son of a bitch.
But I remember
We're
being
done.
from Spider-Man. But isn't Spider-Man like 18 years old? I want to say Spider-Man was 2003, 15.
it is. It's old.
So it's 15 years old. So I don't have I didn't have an iPhone 15 years ago. I have no idea how that ended up on my iTunes.
I mean, it'd be better if you would have said Batman and it was like Seal. Kiss. Okay with that.
I don't have that. I don't think. I don't have Seal. Oh, I have Seal.
Seal it up.
I don't have Seal. What was that?
By the way, if you guys want to get social with the Scout Team, make sure you check out our Twitter page. It is at Scout Team Radio. We love to
you
tweet the crazy
jackrabbit.
stuff that we talk about on air. If you're listening right now, make sure you check it out. You can tweet at us right now. We'll talk about your tweets on air. And you can also check us out on Facebook
And
and
if you're a
Instagram.
huge
but
Nickelback fan, you can hit up at Max Scout Team. You guys can go over your favorite
that's
Nickelback songs
I have
together.
no
MACK
idea
Scout Team.
how that got on my iTunes.
Honestly, though, you're a real man for admitting it.
I think maybe one of you guys put it there.
No.
Like one day on my laptop or something, you guys like, hey, download Nickelback or something. I don't listen to. Dude,
I would
really?
rather be caught dead at a banana hammock model show
Oh,
wearing
shut the
a
hell up.
banana
You've already
hammock.
been down that
male
road.
aficionado guy.
You weren't dead.
I'd
you were
rather be at a brony convention
So
than listen to Nickelback.
So hold up. So what's
So
so bad about Nickelback? Because I honestly don't listen. I don't know who they are. So what's so bad about them? They're just a regular white band, right?
But they've become that stereotypical lame.
Look at this photograph.
Oh, that was them?
That was them. Oh, no.
Shit,
I didn't
he's got
know.
2 songs on his iPod.
Dude, no, I'm telling
phone.
you, from dang on public
Right
days,
now,
man.
he,
I don't
right
have that
now
on my phone.
he is Austin Powers. Like, I swear to God, baby, it's not my bag. That's not mine, baby.
I hate
Oh,
both.
We're pulling out a book that says
I hate both.
listing off all of Nickelback songs by Man with the Golden
All right,
Mic.
give me another one. Come on.
I don't even know. That's the only one I know.
Those the only 2 you know?
I mean, I'm sure if I heard them, I would know more, but
I'm like,
Oh,
It
snap.
sound-
We're getting a lot of feedback on this
they
Nickelback.
sound just like every other band
Our good
to
friends
me.
over at We Talk Sports Good, they put on their show at 9:30, so it'll be following our show tonight. They just did a
Hey.
little, and by the way, is it GIF or GIF? I can never remember.
I think it's GIF.
I'm going with GIF. So they put another GIF out here. It shows Mac grabbing a Nickelback CD out of his
But
hiding
he's
spot.
pushing his gun aside to get to his
Yeah.
Nickelback CD.
That is probably the best
Dude,
GIF I've ever seen in my
I
life.
don't know how that song got on my iTunes. I
Jody
swear it was
Cab
one of
just
you.
tweeted out a whole bunch of bar faces.
Oh. 12 Ounce Sports Radio's jumping in the mix. Little picture of Steve Harvey shaking his head out of disbelief. It's true, Steve Harvey. It's true.
I swear to God, it was one of you guys. And if I find out it was one of you, I'm going to fight you.
Oh, boy.
Period. I don't know, dude.
Also,
Seriously, I don't know how
Scout
it
Team Radio superfan Jennifer Jordan has put on here about Max Scout Team losing some points with a good friend.
losing some points.
You lost some points with your Nickelback quote, man.
Dude, I don't know how I got on my iTunes, man. I don't know how. I swear. Like, I have no idea. It's on an old desktop that I haven't used in forever.
I'm
So I
so
turned it
mad.
on, synced it with iTunes, and boom, it popped up. I'm like, I don't even know how this happened. I don't know how
man.
this happened, man.
I deleted the Code Red drop. That would have been perfect. Did you order the Code Red?
Oh, man.
Did you order the Code Red?
I don't know how. I swear to God, one of you guys did it. I don't know how, but I'm gonna.
We've
find
been to your
out.
house like 3 total times, and
More than
we're
that.
by your side every single step
More
of the
than
way.
that. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
I don't monitor you when you're at my house. It was one of you guys. I know it was one of you. I'm gonna find out which one.
All right. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. On the other side, we're going to find out how many other Nickelback songs Anthony Mack has on his iPad.
And in this photograph.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. Ah, 12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst.
Oh, guess who it is? Did you know the station had a janitor? Oh, yeah, the Hefe, otherwise known as Beck. And it's Beck's Work Week in Review live on 12-Ounce Sports Radio every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch interviews, special guests, and the recap of the week's news and headlines and box scores and results. It's Beck's Work Week in Review live on 12-Ounce Sports Radio.
Scout Team listeners and friends of the show, I've got something special for you. It looks like 12-Ounce Sports Radio has done it again. We have partnered with Rally House. You just go to the website 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner on the right side of the page, and it will take you directly to Rally House. Rally House has some of the greatest, most unique sports items for that diehard fan, casual fan, and anybody and everybody out there that is special in your life. So go ahead and check it out. Once again, go to that website, 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner to the right of the page, and you will get taken to the best sports merchandise website on all of the interweb. Do you own a small business? Are you looking for solutions to all of your communications, problems, and challenges that you have? Check out Ring Central. Give them a call. They have partnered with 12ouncesportsradio.com to give you the best rates on all of your business and office solutions for communication. Give them a call today. We have a dedicated line for all of the 12-ounce sports radio listeners. It is 1-877-779-3860. You will get a representative on the phone who will help you with all of your small business communications needs. Once again, give them a call today. 1-877-779-3860. Yeah, welcome back. You are listening to Scout Team After Dark, where we give you the best of Nickelback 24/7, and Anthony Mack gets to tell you about all of his favorite Nickelback songs. This is a podcast that is especially dedicated to Nickelback. He even put on his glasses to make himself look a little bit more nerdier, so everybody could love all of the Nickelback.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What do you not get?
I don't get it, man. Why are you guys hating on I mean, seriously, are they that bad?
You tell us, Nickelback fan.
I don't
It almost sounds like you're defending them.
That's Grocery Song Specials, Volume 1.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying it is.
They're also Mac burner phone.
I don't have a burner phone, and if I did, it would definitely not be for downloading Nickelback. Jackrabbit.
It's weird. I typed in, or Loudbeard typed in on YouTube, Anthony Mack's favorite band, and all these Nickelback songs popped
Every
up.
time. I don't know. It's so
man.
weird.
Trust me, if I had a burner phone, it'd be to get at Carrie, because Carrie hasn't got back at me yet about my special package.
T Biggs says, I'm upset, Mac. Why?
Dude, T, check it out, bro. Check it out, man. These guys are crazy. I don't know what they're talking about.
All right, so let's go to another guy that likes to listen to Nickelback, and that would be our
No, this guy definitely does not like to listen to Nickelback.
No, this guy definitely listens to Nickelback.
So you guys didn't see the fight, right?
Nope.
So he gets this.
No, I didn't see
so
the
he's
fight.
losing this fight completely. Like, he would have lost unanimously. He probably lost all 4 rounds or 3 rounds. And he just starts throwing haymakers the last 30 seconds and connects with like 10 seconds left and knocks him the F out. As soon as he knocks him out, he takes his shorts off. Like,
what?
No lie, he takes his shorts off. So as you can see, there's his shorts on his shoulder. And then here's the first question from Joe Rogan.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand. Listen, man, what you just...
You can just stop the interview right there. It's already lived up to the explanation.
Done.
Balls are hot.
It already expectations
Interview
met.
of the year.
But it gets better from there.
did was absolutely phenomenal. That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons why people love to watch you fight, that you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got nothing but heart. You know, they keep underestimating me. I ain't all that technical and all that, but I'm getting there.
Damn it, I didn't know there was
No
beeps
one
in
will
this.
question your heart, sir, after this. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin. They talking about USA and his whole.
I gotta find the unedited
You
version.
came into this fight the number 2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. What you talking about right now? I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. Not with no gas tank like that.
You're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me.
So why isn't he the face of this sport?
Well,
right
that's
now?
why they got him fighting again. He's already coming back like 3.5 weeks after this fight.
That was pretty
He's
good.
coming in for the championship against Cormier.
I feel like we need to listen again without the beeps, man. It took away a lot from it. Hold on, I'm gonna get unedited version.
That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good. When you got your pants off, my balls are hot.
What? Chris went to PG-13 version of an Derek Lewis fight.
That thing doesn't make sense.
Oh, damn! Look,
He's
what's
going.
doing?
He's going with it,
man, he's just rolling with it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have a replay of the replay of the replay.
My balls was hot. I understand. Listen, man, what you just did was absolutely phenomenal. That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons why people love to watch you fight, that you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got no more heart. They keep underestimating me. Shit, I ain't all that technical and all that, but shit, I'm getting there. Fuck it.
No one will question your heart, sir, after this. Let's take a look at the knockout. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight. Talk us through this, Derek.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian motherfucker out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. Fuck what they talking about. USA and this whole. Fuck.
Listen, Derek, you came into this fight the #2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. Fuck what you talking about right now. I ain't trying to fight.
Fuck you talking about right now.
No gas tank like that. Shit.
Shit.
You're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me. Maybe next week or sometime or 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna come on your show and smoke some weed with you.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. And you got the best Instagram in the game. I'll tell you right now. Derek Lewis, ladies and gentlemen.
I do want to check out his Instagram now that I've heard that interview.
I'm
That
never
was a
on
good
Instagram,
interview.
but I think I need to go find Derek Lewis on Instagram now. That's pretty, dude. He's out there. That guy should be the face of.
I mean, if
He
he wins
could
the
be.
title, he could be. If
Honestly,
he beats Daniel Cormier.
That's the type of guy they need. Is just somebody that's fun that people get interested in. So he's got to keep winning, and he's got to keep these awesome interviews after the fights. If he can do those two things, he will be the next face of UFC.
I need to sit my black ass down and work on my cardio.
I think he's already the face,
Title
man.
shot.
I like
the fuck
him.
you talking about?
I like him. I like him way better.
You
than
didn't even see him fight.
I don't care. I like him way better than I like McGregor. McGregor has proven he's just trash now. He's just a trash talker. I'm sorry. He's entertainment. I'm sorry, man. It is
Hey,
what
but
it is.
he's an entertainer.
Yeah,
He
I like
talks
this
a
guy.
lot of
I
trash.
like this
That's
guy.
why people like him, is because he's a trash talker. That's
Yeah.
why I like him.
I like this
I
guy
like
because
the trash
he
talking.
wins and he talks
Sounds like a
trash.
man of the people.
Yeah.
This is a man of the
Yeah.
people.
Why your
Hey.
pants off? My balls are
My
hot.
balls was tight.
Balls,
What
they're
the
hot.
fuck you talking about?
That's gonna be my generic answer for everything.
My balls was
Hey,
hot.
why did you order that Big Mac? Because
My balls
are
was hot. Why you listen to Nickelback? Because my balls was hot.
That's not why, dude. I didn't even listen to it. I went halfway through the song and I was like, "What is this?" And then I turned and then I looked down at the phone like, "What was that?" And how did that get on there? Seriously, don't do that, man. Don't
Hey,
don't do it, bro.
Chris American.
You got me losing points with Jody, dude.
We're gonna give you a moment
Dude,
of
you know she's
silence
my
to
girl.
explain yourself.
I didn't do nothing.
Hey, Jody, don't listen to the naysayers. All right, you know you're my girl. I got you. I don't listen to Nickelback. I don't even know who they are. Honestly, hook me up to a lie detector test. I can do it. I can take it. Go.
I mean,
Let's
if you
roll.
believe a lie enough, it becomes the truth to you.
So What would be the band that you
You're
would
not
consider to be
philosophical.
similar to Nickelback, where they're
I don't know because I don't know who Nickelback
there's
is.
another
Listen,
band
he-
that
he
Anthony
talked-
Mack would listen to.
He did talk a lot about Drake this morning, which is
Ah,
basically the Nickelback of.
Is it?
Yeah, a
yeah,
little bit.
I don't like Drake, so there you go. I don't like Nickelback.
Sure, I bet you that Drake is on his
What about,
burner
like,
phone.
what about
guarantee
Hanson?
you Drake
Oh, he
isn't on
definitely
any
loves
phone.
Hanson. He
Okay.
I
is. He
didn't
is.
know.
So,
Like
Mbop.
Jim Hanson, the Muffets.
He is Mbop
Yeah.
all the
I
way.
don't even know who
You
they
call
are.
them the Muffins.
The Muffets, you man.
See, now if you want to
The
get on Jody's
Muppets.
good side, though, you better say
Hey,
you like Hanson.
Real quick,
I like Muffets.
Miss Muffet
Fraggle Rock.
sat on a
Fraggle Rock.
All right, down to
Your
Fraggle
boy,
Rock.
your boy Gritty.
Yeah.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
What?
Your boy Gritty.
Gritty, man, he's a
Oh,
Fraggler.
dude. No, Gritty's not a
He's,
Fraggle
he's
man.
out of the Shark Tank.
Dude, Gritty's a coked up Fraggle.
Yeah, he is.
Something's wrong with that
He's
guy.
got some issues, man.
Hey, it's in the eyes. You can tell it's in the eyes. He's addicted to something.
All right, so I got to ask you, Anthony Mack, is it Hanson or Nickelback?
Who's your daddy?
I don't know neither one of them, bro.
So you're saying both?
I don't
Did
know
you hear him,
neither
in Chris
one of
America?
them,
He
dude.
said both.
I don't know.
Nickelback
He said,
and Hanson.
this is just like pitting Oprah against Serena. I don't want to say it
No.
because I'd piss one of them
No,
off.
I don't know who those guys are. Oprah and Serena. Those are both my babies, and I can't choose a side. I can't do it.
All right, so I
So
have
what
one
I'm-
more for you.
What I'm hearing
My
is
bad.
it
I
depends
can't
on
choose
what
a
mood
side.
I am in.
I can't choose a side. It's Oprah.
All right, so is it
She got
here
money.
Nickelback
Money.
or Oprah?
Who's your daddy?
So that silence means that
He's still deciding. He's trying to decide.
Turn my mic up. You
What are you
son of
talking
a
about?
monkey.
Why did you just put the microphone
Dude,
up
they
to your
turned
mouth?
hey, they turned my mic down. This is fake. This is fake news. You hear me through the other mic?
He doesn't even realize all the mics are turned down.
They turned
No, we're
down
gonna hear him
all the
yelling. It
mics.
was just all
They
turned down mics.
all the mics. That
Oh
is crazy.
man, you
Dude,
guys.
we're gonna have to record this live from now on. Like video.
We are recording
we're
it.
gonna
Like
video
Facebook
record
Live.
because you guys are fake news, my friend. That's what happens. I'm out. I'm done. The man with the golden mic is done. Pay me. I want to trade.
So after a non-denial there, no denying it,
I
He couldn't-
vehemently denied it.
you vehemently denied what? Silence again?
Oh,
Crickets?
he's shaking his head. Yes,
Stop
he
turn-
denies it all.
Stop turning my mic down, bro. It's just wrong.
Get
I
him
know
all
where
the
it
way
is
up.
now. Stop.
Turned you up. I turned you up.
I know where it is now.
He smacked me.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't usually control the sound.
He usually listens to Nickelback to calm him down.
Look at that photograph.
Something's wrong with you guys.
Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Yeah. That's
I
All right,
love
so you
being
got-
on Anthony
So
Mack.
you're gonna be all Team Lewis when he faces DC, right?
For one, I don't think DC can fight. So yeah, let's roll.
Nah, I want Lewis to win, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to hang with
Yeah,
DC.
DC's tough, man.
Well, if he gets
Elite.
if he gets his butt kicked by DC, I know he can't fight John Jones.
I mean, this guy absolutely has the knockout power to catch DC and just lay him out.
yeah,
He just got to catch him.
That's how his star gets born, though. If he can knock out DC and just lay him out, he will become a sensation in the UFC.
Will he be able to handle John Jones?
I mean, he's a heavyweight, so different weight class.
Different weight class.
Jones said he has no interest in going to heavyweight. He's 205 light heavyweight.
Damn, he's
Cormier
light
had to go
heavyweight and
down to
still
fight
whipped-
Jones, right?
And still whip Cormier.
Well, Cormier went up. Cormier was a heavyweight, then he went down to 205, and then he went back up to go get both belts.
Okay, so he
he
should
ate a
never
lot of
go down
donuts.
again. He should never go down again. That's what you're saying. And man, he went down and was looking that flabby. He looked like me, and I'm flabby.
Hey,
I'm
man,
not
he's a real
trying.
man. Real world. Sometimes you want the real world people.
I guess
When they
so.
show up with like a 24-pack, you're like, that's not a real person.
Yeah.
Nobody liked that.
Legends have kegs.
Legends have kegs.
Kegs, man.
Man, I got a freaking triple keg.
It's triple
Love it.
legend, baby. Triple legend.
Oh, boy.
I got you.
This whole Nickelback thing has thrown me way off.
Dude, stop talking about it, you jackrabbit.
I'm having trouble comprehending everything that happened with this
There's nothing
Nickelback
that's
situation.
happening except is on my iTunes. All right, whatever.
Well, we talked a little bit about Lewis and DC, but the last guy DC beat wants a rematch. That's Stipe. He caught Stipe with a nice little uppercut, knocked him out, and here's what
There's
Stipe
no
has to
hands
say.
I'm a way better fighter than he was. 9 out of 10 times I win that fight, and that was just one time. And I think it just it kills me inside because I am way better fighter than he is. I know it is, and everyone else knows it. I think he knows it too. But there's no way hands down.
I think he needs I think he should have been given a rematch right away. I think it was kind of BS. This guy defended the title 3 times. He got caught with a nice uppercut. Not going to take anything away from DC, but I mean, lots of fighters have gotten rematches right away. So I think they should have given it to him before they give it to Lewis or to Lesnar.
So DC beat this guy with a nice little uppercut.
Yeah, that's how. Because this guy had the title. He's the first heavyweight ever, I think, to defend it 3 times in a row, and then he got knocked out.
He got knocked out.
Yeah, with the nice little uppercut. He got caught.
Yeah, he got caught.
And now he says, "Hey, I would beat him 9 out of 10 times," and DC's already got his 1. So
Okay, so DC's gonna fight who next?
your boy Lewis.
He's gonna
His
fight
balls
Lewis.
hot.
He's fighting.
Balls hot.
Balls hot.
Balls hot.
So he's gonna fight Lewis. Didn't give him a shout out to that.
Well,
I wanna see him
DC
fight
did.
Lewis, though.
DC did respond and say, "I must have hit you so hard you got silly." He says, "But don't worry, I'll take you on after I fight Lewis and Lesnar."
Well, there you go. Well, everybody's
Everybody's lining up for DC, man.
but everybody wants Lesnar.
Well, I mean, that's what
Lesnar's
happens
not-
when you're the champ.
Yeah, but Lesnar's not gonna fight, right? He hasn't fought in how many years?
Yeah, he'll fight.
2, I want to say.
Yeah, that's a
He
long
just gotta
time.
get
Since
cleared.
Jones.
That's a long time. Jones, I'm guessing, mopped the floor with him,
With who?
with Lesnar.
They again 2 different weight classes. I mean, they said they
What
wanted to
happened?
fight. Huh?
Oh,
They didn't fight.
They didn't fight.
No.
Gotcha. I'm like,
Demetrius Johnson and Lesnar were next.
okay.
Different weight classes.
All right, so who's up for Florida State this weekend? Who's Florida State losing to this weekend? Is it Wake Forest?
I think
no,
they're
they're bye week. That's
they're
right. Never
losing
mind,
to
they're bye
John
week.
Jones.
He knew
No,
that.
I honestly forgot that
You
it was a
knew
bye
that?
week.
Yeah.
I forgot. I just remembered.
I swear to God, I'm gonna throw this bottle at you.
It's Hurricane Michael.
Throw this
So
bottle.
they're
Big game
losing
for
to-
UCF. They play Memphis.
It would be a big game, but Memphis has been disappointing this year. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
they
not
were
a
gonna.
big game.
I thought they were gonna be a much better team. Honestly, the last 2 games on UCF's schedule are going to be the 2 toughest games, and then they go into the conference championship, assuming that they win the conference. And so, if you look at that, they're going to have USF, Cincinnati, and then the conference championship. And right now, USF is undefeated, Cincinnati is undefeated, and I mean, I'm not sold on USF, but they haven't lost yet. They've been tested a few times, but I think these are still going to be tough matchups. This weekend, Memphis, yeah, it's a conference battle, and Memphis was really good last year, but Memphis got beat by Navy. They've showed weaknesses. So I'm ready to see a matchup that UCF gets tested. That's actually what I'm looking forward to, and I don't think this is the week for it.
It's not UCF. It's time for UCF to join and win the big conferences.
Oh yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For sure. Your boy,
They hand those out like candy.
our boy Memphis Spence. He
Heard of him.
has made several references that Memphis is known for beating Heisman Trophy candidates and national championship contenders
Oh, so he's got.
year in and year out. He says he's taken out.
Do you think it helps that his name's Memphis Spence? That he would be going for
he
Memphis?
made some
Kinda
good points. He
unbiased.
says that at Memphis there's like a graveyard, and some of the names that are in there are Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. Who else was? Oh yeah, Josh Rosen.
Those are some good names, buddy.
Oh, yeah? What about Jameis Winston?
No,
He won a national championship. He was a Heisman.
he's not in that graveyard.
Tim Tebow.
No, he's not in that graveyard.
Is there anybody from
Tim Tebow
UCF
ain't
in that
playing
graveyard?
football either.
So the great Memphis Spence, he's going to be high on his own team. They call him Memphis Spence for a reason. And
Yes, he likes barbecue.
I heard he does like barbecue.
We do like barbecue.
Now, wait, this is a serious question. There's the 2 different types of barbecue sauces when you go, which kind of Carolina you like, whether it's more of the vinegar or the mustard based. If you're going barbecue sauce, you have your choice on the Carolinas. Are you going the vinegar like the North Carolina style, or are you going South Carolina style going mustard based barbecue sauce? This is an important question, Anthony Mack.
I think I'm gonna go mustard. I like the mustard base a little bit better.
All right, that's South Carolina style right there.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, Chris America?
But if I can get it without sauce, even better.
Really, just straight meat.
I mean,
He loves that
He
straight
loves
meat.
straight meat.
Just- the big sausage.
it's coming. Man, these bottles about to fly.
These sausages are coming.
Oh, you son. I swear to
why,
God.
why are you throwing sausages at your face?
I'm gonna hit him with a bottle. I'm gonna break both of their faces, man. It's gonna happen.
I'm so fragile. Don't hurt me. So
A good dry rub.
I'm sure you love to dry rub that sausage.
A good dry rub. I can't even talk.
Somebody needs to stroke that dry rub on. Just keep
Don't
stroking
abuse
the
it,
dry
man.
rub.
Put some lotion, man.
A deep tissue massage to that sausage. Give it a good
Puts
dry
the
rub.
lotion on the skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Good dry rub. It's good.
Anthony likes that hose again.
Called it what I said.
I mean, I'm talking about barbecue, and you just turned this into an inappropriate conversation, Anthony Mack. I don't know how the Golden Ghost has spooked our show again. Chris America, what kind of barbecue sauce do you like over there?
What were my choices again?
So you got the North Carolina style, which has got more of a vinegar base.
Right.
And then you got the South Carolina style, which is more of a mustard base. If you were to choose one that you wanted more, which one would you
Just
choose?
between those two?
Squirt, squirt.
I'm going to do like my boy Mackenzie Milton's going to be doing. He's going to put a lot of mustard on his passes.
Woo.
Throw it all over the field. The South Carolina base. Definitely not a dry rub. As I look dead in Mac's eyes.
Stop looking dead in my eyes for one. Dude, ain't nothing wrong with a dry rub. Sorry. I'm talking barbecue here, and you guys are staring at me like this. Stop. Without this, dude, you can tell good meat without the sauce. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so we're gonna
Wait,
we're
what's
gonna
your
turn
choice?
this
What's
over.
your choice, homie?
I'll be honest with you. I've always liked the vinegar-based stuff,
Oh, I knew it.
but the mustard
redhead.
stuff's been growing on me lately. I
mean, you go up to South Carolina like every other weekend now.
I do, man. I love it up there.
Oh, dude. Why haven't you brought me back some shine yet, man? Moonshine.
I've heard of moonshine.
Hold on. Let me turn off the mic. Moonshine. Why haven't you brought me
Anyway,
Right now, he turned off his mic, and all he can talk about is all his favorite Nickelback songs.
I was talking about.
Look at that photograph. It's just that was a reenactment of a real Nickelback song. So moving on to other questions that we have.
Let's go ahead.
You ready for this?
Let's roll. What you got?
All right. So if you were going to pick a band and you had to pick your favorite band in the whole wide world, and Nickelback was one of the choices, what would it be?
Dude.
And in other news,
He's stuck on this Nickelback. I think you actually
So,
did it. Did
okay,
you put Nickelback on my iPhone?
Jerry
I
Jones
think he did.
has come out and said that the Cowboys haven't had a number one wide receiver in several years. And this is taken into effect the fact that Dez Bryant was on the team the last couple years. A lot of Cowboys fans right now are clamoring for Dez to come back because the Cowboys offense has been so miserable. They can't throw down the field. They have no wide receivers other than a little Cole Beasley and Terrence Williams and nobody of real mention. So the fans right now are clamoring, and they're saying, Jerry, bring Dez back. We need something. This offense needs something. And all Jerry can say is, well, we haven't had a number one wide receiver in several years. Why do we need to bring Dez back?
That's because Jerry just needs to stop talking and go away. Seriously. Sell the team, Jerry. You're done, bro.
Or at least just take a step back.
Hey, sell it to P. Diddy like Carolina was trying to do?
Did he? I don't
My
think
my
Diddy's
guess is
jealous.
if there was a fantasy league where
Did
you
he drop
had
the P?
where you had 15 wide receivers, there would still be no Dallas Cowboys on anybody's roster. A
If it was-
12 team, 15
if it was
wide
30?
receiver, maybe 30.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there's seriously nobody on the Cowboys receiving core that you would
No.
want on your team.
No. That's a diss at Dez, though. I want to. Dez had some decent years. He didn't have. Well, I guess he
No,
did.
He had a
had
couple
some solid
really
years,
good
yeah.
years.
Spectacular years.
The last 2 to 3 years were a little bit of a drop
Yeah.
off, though. That's the problem, is he was not performing to the level that he had performed the
When he
years
got-
prior.
when he signed for that big
Oh,
contract.
that's always what happens. That's what happened to McGregor.
Yeah,
Sign that big contract, you get paid.
sure.
Poor, fat, and happy. Then you get rich, fat, and happy. And either way, you're fat and happy.
Fat and happy. Yeah, that's a diss to Dez, man. Jerry Jones. I don't. Whatever, dude. Dez ain't going back anyway. I don't know why everybody's saying bring him back. He ain't going back. He'd rather sit out this season than go back.
Well, it looks like he's going to sit out the season. Now, he needs to okay, so what he needs is an injury to happen to a team that's a contender that needs a wide receiver, or he needs to lower his standards and just go play for the Browns, the most exciting team in America. Now, as America's team, Cleveland has really taken over the hearts of most Americans. They've taken, Dez would be going from the former America's team.
It wasn't America's team
to
when he
the
was there.
current America's team.
It wasn't
so
America's
it seems
team
like it
when
would
he
be a
was there.
seamless transition for Dez Bryant, and he could easily jump into this team, the Cleveland Browns, and help ignite them into that next level. Imagine the electricity with Baker Mayfield throwing it over the top to Dez Bryant. Odell Beckham has wet dreams about this sort of scenario. Just Baker Mayfield lighten up the field, given the electricity that they need. I think there's no doubt in my mind that Dez needs to hurry up and sign with the team. The longer he is out of the NFL, the less valuable he's going to be.
That's true, but he doesn't need to go to Cleveland. Cleveland has a good thing going. They have to find their way. They have some tweaks to get through. Do not throw Dez into that pot. Dez will absolutely bore a hole through it and have everything leak out the bottom. No, leave Dez alone.
So where's Dez going?
Shit, I don't care.
All right, so here, free
What I think I
Don't
heard him
send
say
to
was Green Bay.
Hell no, don't send
They'll
him
put
to
him at
Green
running
Bay.
back.
So, running back at Green Bay, bet it's an upgrade.
Yeah, that
That's an
does
upgrade.
sound-
Running back or cornerback.
Hey, that does sound like something McCarthy would do. # fire McCarthy.
All right, here's
Hey,
another.
Dez, welcome to the team. Go ahead and put on that cornerback jersey. We'll have you line up as the nickelback.
We're gonna have you wear 21. That way you can do both.
Hey, Anthony played nickelback when he was in high school.
You guys are jackass. I didn't even get that. I didn't even get that reference, man. Whatever, dude.
So another hot story in the NFL. It looks like Shady McCoy could possibly be traded from the Bills, and the
Why do you
team
call him
that
Shady?
the team that's his nickname, bro. The team that is interested in him is his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, rumors are flying. Neither camp has come out and actually confirmed these rumors, but with Jay Ajayi getting his ACL tear,
That's right.
the initial rumors were about Le'Veon Bell, but now LaShawn McCoy trade rumors are swirling. I think they've already given up on Buffalo, even though Buffalo got a big win this past weekend against the Titans. If Buffalo trades away Shady McCoy, maybe brings in some draft picks for next year to help build their team and build around Josh Allen, this could be a good move for both teams. The Eagles fans would absolutely love for LaShawn McCoy to come back and be back in an Eagles uniform. Do you think this happens?
I gotta drop Jay John from my fantasy team. Thanks for the reminder.
Get off your damn phone.
No, dude, I got to do that.
Get off your damn phone.
I gotta do it now, man.
God.
I'm just saying.
Now
He's in his Nickelback
I
fan
do
club
have
app.
some rumors here that if they cannot get Shady McCoy, in light of Jamal Charles being signed by the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're looking at Priest Holmes. They like that whole Kansas City running back stable that they had there, so they're trying to go after a former Kansas City Chiefs running back as
Larry
well.
Johnson might be good.
Larry Johnson.
He might get a
also
call.
go-
Also,
They're going to call Priest first, see what he's doing at 45.
Priest.
Man, he was good.
I didn't know this. Did you know he was an undrafted free agent signed by the Ravens in '97?
No, didn't know that.
Are they really considering calling?
Huh?
You just playing, right?
What?
They're not calling Priest, right? I was changing my fantasy. You said something. I'm like, wait,
Priest Holmes.
What are you talking
Sign
about?
him up.
What are
Priest
you
Holmes getting
You've never-
signed by the Eagles.
You don't know Priest
you're
Holmes?
not.
Yeah.
You're bullshit.
They said he's been fresh. He hasn't taken snaps
He's
in a long
old
time.
as shiggity.
He's a young 45.
Are you serious?
He was the original Black Captain America before
was.
Adrian Peterson took over.
Eagles would be absolutely
Super Bowl contenders. You're right.
no. That would be.
I mean, they'd repeat.
are you? Wait, you guys. Wait, you guys been drinking? You guys. Fucking,
No, Priest
you guys-
Holmes. He's working out for the Eagles right now as we speak.
Yeah, and his balls are hot.
I mean, I can get down with the balls hot, but still.
Oh, I bet you can. I didn't.
What'd you get, you jackrabbit? You're not serious. Like, are you serious?
Here's a quote from the story. Priest Holmes said, "What they asked Priest what he thought of Philly cheesesteaks. He says, right now I'm just trying to work out for the team. I don't have time to eat Philly cheesesteaks, though I might eat several after practice."
How old is Priest Holmes for?
He's 45.
He's 45.
Yeah. Undrafted in 97.
They want Priest.
Yeah.
There has to be somebody else out there.
When
has to be.
asked, GM Eagles was asked, is there anybody else out there? They said yes, but not with the pedigree that Priest Holmes brings to the table. First of all, we like that he sounds
I
like
like this move. I really like this
They
move.
said, first of all, the GM said, first of all, I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan, so I want to sign Priest Holmes.
No shit, Sherlock.
Second of all, I'm Catholic.
Wait, where's the story? I'm gonna read it for myself.
I'm reading it to you right now.
I feel like you guys are lying to me. I know you're lying to me. I'm gonna break this bottle over your head.
Second, he says, I'm Catholic, and I believe that we need a priest
I'll do
within
it.
the organization to bless us
Screw
again.
it. I'll do it myself.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I'll do it myself.
What are you checking the stat machine for?
Shut up. I'll do it myself.
Hey, Chicago Bulls have a big lead over the Indiana Pacers in
34-21 preseason best. This pretty much means they're going to win the East.
They got this.
Dude, there's no news on Priest Holmes with the Eagles, you jackasses.
Just keep looking.
I swear to God, I'm gonna
Scroll
break
down.
You know
what did they say? Like swipe left or swipe right?
Dude, I'm gonna break you guys.
They call it a NFL running back tender. You just swipe right.
We're done. I'm done with
The Eagles swiped.
Priest Holmes ain't playing ball no more, you dumbasses.
Now, you know how the Seattle Seahawks have been looking for a running back ever since,
what's his name? Beast Mode. Marshawn Lynch
left. I got rumors here that are saying that Sean Alexander right now is in talks with
Dude, I swear,
the
all
Seattle
right.
Seahawks.
Now you're just talking shit.
Sean Alexander, Alabama grad, Alabama superstar, was on the cover of Madden. And they actually said that's what first made us notice is that, what's his name? Pete Carroll was cleaning out his attic, and he found his old Madden with Sean Alexander on the cover. And he's like, why don't I give old Sean a call?
You guys
Wait a second. I have a live interview with Sean Alexander as we speak.
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Wait
a second. Sean Alexander just he took his inner male aficionado / beast mode and turned it into this interview. What are your thoughts on this, Anthony Mack?
Sean Alexander was a great back, man. I like Sean Alexander.
He was great, and then he was awful. Like, he just fell off a cliff.
It's because he kept getting hurt. And I think, what was that? He ended up with a coach. Who was the coach that he ended up with? The coach was horrible, I think. That's why he wasn't that great either.
Mike Holmgren?
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers legend?
Yeah. No, that wasn't the coach. It was
That was his coach.
That was his last coach?
No, he went to the Redskins. He was like third string.
That's why.
He was third string. Yeah,
that's why.
That's where old guys go to their
die.
career to die.
They used to go to Oakland. Hey, that might return. That trend might return. People go to Oakland.
I don't know. Marshawn looks like he's rejuvenated in Oakland.
I don't know. Look, but you know what though? They were winning.
I mean, John Gruden's the greatest coach of all time.
Yeah, okay. They were winning. Marshawn wasn't doing anything. Now they're not doing so great, but Marshawn Lynch is looking like a superstar again.
He is looking like a superstar.
I don't get it.
The Corona commercials where it used to be John Gruden doing the Corona hotline, now it's Tony Romo taking it over. I'm telling you, I've really liked Tony Romo ever since he left the Cowboys.
I don't watch commercials.
When he retired from the Cowboys, he became a really cool dude. I would hang out and drink a Corona with Tony Romo.
Not me.
Not you?
Nah, he's too buttoned up.
Too button up for you?
Yeah.
I bet he lets loose. I guarantee he doesn't play Nickelback.
Probably doesn't.
Jeez, I swear, man. I swear to God.
What are you swearing about?
It's no Nickelback.
Man, you get so quiet sometimes. Like, I feel like you're a little nervous to let everybody know about your Nickelback obsession. So we'll go ahead and move on from it. And we'll talk about other things going on. So, Anthony Mack, you are our NHL insider. So I wanted you to tell us a little bit more about this expansion team that should be coming to Seattle. From what I hear, they have unveiled their new training center, and they're going to become the 32nd team in the NHL. They're just waiting on that final approval from the NHL Board of Governors. So the year 2020, 2021, around that time, Seattle's going to have an NHL hockey team. What do you think about this?
I'm pretty sure it's kind of muggy in Seattle, kind of cold, so that they'll keep the
Are cold and muggy completely opposite temperatures?
Maybe, I don't know.
Isn't the muggy kind of hot and cold is kind of cold?
Look. They'll keep the team costs down, by being in Seattle because I guess it's colder there, so the ice can stay a little bit fresher.
I think he had a
guess.
few beers before he came.
No, I'm just saying that's my hockey insider.
All right.
They play
To
with a
win
stick.
the game.
They play with a stick and they hit a puck.
All right. So another sport that you are an insider on is
Hell
golf.
yeah. Golf, baby.
Yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
love hitting the stick.
They
with,
have another
with
stick,
The
they hit a
ball. The
ball.
ball with the stick.
You love everything not Tiger Woods in golf.
I don't even like Tiger Woods.
All right. So the player of the year was announced in the PGA.
Was it
Anthony
Tiger?
Mack, tell us who it was.
Was it Tiger?
It was
No,
not
the Florida
Tiger.
State Seminole.
This guy, he's a Florida State Seminole legend.
Oh,
They
hey.
said that he's got a statue outside, and they wouldn't even give Jameis Winston a statue. So obviously, this guy's a big deal. So who was it? All right. So this
Xavier
is
Lee?
okay.
Thinker or the stinker?
Going to the stinker. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. Brooks Koepka
Brooks
wins
Koepka.
golfer of the year.
Wait.
How many?
I
Okay.
want to say you're making that name up again.
All right, so he's a real guy, and he actually went to Florida State. Now, here's a question for you. There are 4 golf majors that happen each year. How many did Brooks Koepka win? The options are 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Those are very.
So you've
great
got 5
options.
choices. What is your answer? This is a big time. We're going trivia on Wednesday night Scout Team. And actually, you get a you have a 6th option. So you've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or Nickelback. So go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So he won what? Player of the year.
He won Player of the
Player
Year.
of the year. So I guess you got to win something. But I know you guys are talking trash. So did he win nothing? Did he win 0?
No.
How many won?
All right. So now you have 4 options left.
Okay. So I get to keep going. Oh, I like this game. Let's go middle of the road. 2. Just one?
Nope, it's 2.
It's
You're
2?
right. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey!
All
What do I
right.
get? Do I get paid finally?
You do.
Oh yeah.
You get paid.
After
Hold on
you-
here. Here, you get $1, $2, $3,
Why are you throwing me like a stripper?
$5,
Make it
$6,
rain. Make it rain.
$7, $8, $9,
Make it
$10.
rain. What's wrong with this guy, dude?
All right, those are Monopoly monies. I'm not
That's
giving you
your-
real money.
That's your friend, by the way.
Afterwards, Koepka said, "We're going to Red Lobster Crab Fest." On me.
I hate you.
Winston said, "I'll be there."
Jameis said, "I'll bring the crabs."
Jameis was seen leaving. They're like, "Hey, it's all you can eat crabs, but you can't take it home with you."
Do you guys eat Red Lobster?
No.
You guys
I haven't been there in a while. I like Red Lobster.
You like Red Lobster?
It's not someplace I would choose to go regularly,
Red
but
Lobster's garbage.
maybe once a year I would go there.
Red Lobster's garbage, man.
It's not real seafood. It's like the most generic seafood
Wait,
you can get.
What you mean it's not real seafood? They got
Like
fake
it comes
seafood.
from a genetically engineered clinic. They grow that shit and then they bring it to Red Lobster and they give it animatronics. Like those
He's
lobsters
saying
in the tank.
lobsters you see there weren't caught on what was it called? Deadliest Catch.
Ooh, no,
I used
no.
to love Deadliest Catch.
Could you do
Hey.
that?
For like a week. I couldn't go out there for like 6 months.
You'd be puking.
Oh,
I go out there for
that's
a week.
intense, man.
I go out there for a week and go crab, shrimp, and whatever they do.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, they make a lot of money for 6 weeks. I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, you make that bank and then you go work your regular job afterwards.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or take a long time off.
Yeah, I go
Hit the strip clubs
lobster boating.
or the banana hammock clubs.
You want to go shrimp boat captain like Forrest?
I've been shrimp boat captain. After this hurricane, you know how much good shrimp is going to be out there?
Yeah,
in the Gulf?
dude. I mean, that's when Forrest caught it, right?
You know, Gulf shrimp's the best.
Yeah, Gulf shrimp is
Ooh.
the best, dude. That's why Red Lobster sucks.
Why
dude.
are we not on the boat?
We should be on a boat somewhere catching shrimp and lobster.
Well, gentlemen,
Boy.
it's a time for our Oprah solids. We got 2
it's-
minutes left.
Holy crap, man! That flew by. Maybe because you guys were sitting there talking about Nickelback.
No, that's why it flew by for you. It took forever for me.
Oh,
All right, I'm going to go first.
Go.
My Oprah solid of the week is going to go to Chad Kroger for being the best lead singer of the best band ever known of all time. And that's my hashtag Oprah solid.
Chad Kroger?
Yes.
Is that why Kentucky named the field Kroger Field?
Yes.
Is it true Kentucky fans are all Nickelback fans because of Kroger Field?
Yes.
I think it's because it's a grocery store. If they eat
Yes.
numbnuts.
Pretty sure it's because of Nickelback.
Nickelback, yes.
My oversolid has got to be UFC. They've done a fantastic job of keeping themselves in the news the last several days. And, I mean, this is the most we've ever talked about it. And every time we're like, oh, we're going to talk about UFC again? And it's like, well, there's a big story going on. There's a big announcement.
I guess so.
They went Cormier the other day with the Derek Lewis fight, the John Jones fight today.
Yep. We're still wondering
Monday
what's going to come down to Khabib.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. Awesome.
All right.
You ready?
Anthony Mack, what's your oversolid?
I guess it's going to have to be Red Lobster because it's horrible and Kyle eats there 5 times a week. Stop eating that Red Lobster.
Oh, did you say something?
Did you turn the music up over me?
No.
What did I tell you about that, bruh? It's after dark. Anything goes. Anything goes.
Tune in next week where Anthony Mack will explain why Dark Horse is his favorite Nickelback album.
I don't even know what that is.